Gordita Chronicles has debuted on HBO Max. It's here, and it just might be the new comedy hit of the year.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Slant.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version. All right, Paulie, let's go.
Hola, mi gente. Paulie here in my living room, dining room area, just chilling out and giving a new angle here from the Slant Central. I hope everyone is well. Do me a favor, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We cover a lot of ground, from Latino entertainment to some politics to international movies and films reactions as well. Television show is called the Gordita Chronicles. It's 10 episodes and it just debuted on HBO Max. What I want to do is give you a non-spoiler overview of it, and then I want to go into the first 3 episodes. I saw the first 3 episodes, kind of touch upon some of the elements, what worked for me, what maybe I see as can be a crutch or a handicap. And I hope you dig the review. So please comment. Let me know what you guys see. Have you guys seen it? Have you guys heard about it? First of all, has it been marketed to you in your areas? Okay, like I said, the Gordita Chronicles is 10 episodes. It's a comedy. Here is the line in IMDb as far as the synopsis. A Latino reporter looking back on her childhood as a chubby, willful, and reluctant Dominican immigrant growing up with her eccentric family in the mid-1980s Miami. So yeah, if you're thinking right off the bat, Wonder Years, I think that's a fantastic comparison, just as far as the obvious narration of that person. And in this case, I believe the character is named Cuckoo, the little girl, Cuckoo. And how her narration as an adult looking back at her childhood in that same aspect as Wonder Years. So in that regards, yes. And it's a good working model. It's a good working model because, well, with the Wonder Years, that's great for what was happening, with that family, what was happening with different families during that same time. And so I think what's great about Gordita Chronicles is it shows you exactly the immigrant experience during the 80s, coming to Miami from the Dominican, with all its hilarity, pitfalls, and obvious culture clashes. Each episode has the title, which I think is kind of interesting: In America, blank, blank, blank. So let me give you an example. In America, everything is possible. Episode 1. In America, we speak English. Episode 3. In America, no one likes a chicken. All right, now, like I said, I will go and break those down a little bit more. It's a fun show. It's a fun show. It's groundbreaking in the sense that you've never seen the stories coming from people like this ever before. I appreciate it because it's not a story from East LA. They're not Mexican, which we've gotten a little bit over the last couple of decades, but we haven't gotten a glimpse of a Dominican family becoming American. I think that's fantastic. I think that's fantastic. So, but like I said before, what's better is the presentation. There's some really funny moments in this. There's some very charming moments of this, and it's all really anchored by the lead, by this little girl that they got as the actor, that they got as the role, Olivia Gonsalves. She's incredible. She's incredible. I honestly, I could just watch her. I mean, you just want to watch her. She's so smart. She's so inquisitive. She's also very what's the word I'm looking for? she's very loyal and innocent to where she'll believe what you say is word. But if you cross her, you better look out, which I think is fantastic. I got to tell you, I think it's fantastic. So that's like the biggest selling point, and what makes it different. It really can be a comedy for the whole family to check out. You know, there's a couple of adult themes, but it's very balanced. It's balanced really well in the storytelling. The storytelling is really, really, really on point.
Thank you to all who have donated or are gonna donate. Hit the super thanks and enjoy the video.
And let's go into spoilers now with these first 3 episodes that I saw, and I think it's really interesting. In paralleling another show that's out right now, and I'll talk about that at the end. In America, everything is possible. Okay, so the family that she's a part of, right? The Castelli family. It's just about them coming to America and what they perceive as American dream and what's the reality. Okay, the reality is they can't afford the home, their dream home. The reality is the dad gets blindsided the fact that the federal government takes out all these taxes out of his new job. So, he's a very proud Latino man, so he's just like, feeling a little bit of shame on that. The American dream also too is there's certain traditions you can keep from your Dominican, background, and new ones you have to learn. But it's great because it's an adventure the whole family is doing together, and I love that. Case in point, the dad is so optimistic and so patriotic that he asks the family, take the leap with me, take the step with me. I know it's not the American dream that you perceive, but take the step with me. And they're literally on a curb looking at their new home, and it's not what they had envisioned. But they all agree, okay, let's hold hands and let's take that first step together. And he takes the first step off the curb and he steps into a pile of shit. I mean, that was great. That was so good. And I really love the parents. The actors are incredible. Very, very well played. So hats off to the what do you call it? The cast. They just did a lot with what they had. Okay, so then the second episode, so that's basically it with the first episode, kind of that culture clash. In America, we speak English. She's got a run-in, Cuckoo's got a run-in with her teacher who wants her to speak. We're in her class, it's English only. And Cuckoo is just naturally bilingual, especially when she gets very emotional. Excited or nervous. So when she's doing a speech in front of everybody, she's reading her cue cards, because if she doesn't read her cue cards in English, she'll start reverting to Spanglish. So I thought that the writers handled that very real situation of when a person from a Spanish-speaking household goes to an English-speaking school back then, and what they had to deal with perfectly. It wasn't a lesson. No one was bad, and it wasn't heavy-handed. She was genuinely stumped. But she's like, okay, well, I'll go all English. If you're saying all English, teacher, I'll go all English. So she goes all English, and she's giving a speech, and someone else is giving a speech, and then the teacher says the words "déjà vu," and Cuckoo's like, "Why are you speaking French?" They have an exchange to where the teacher puts her in detention, right? So Cuckoo's really trying to understand just the kind of like this brand new dynamics of being American and how, you know, stuff is fair, not fair. And she just finishes detention and she's leaving, and she's walking past the parking lot, and the teacher has locked her keys in the door, has locked the keys in her car, and the security guard or the person trying to help her out doesn't speak any English. The teacher sees Cuckoo. She says, "Oh, would you please translate? I gotta get my keys. I'm late for Tony Robbins' seminar," whatever, some silliness. And she's like, "Sorry, English only." So basically, Cuckoo barters with the teacher, take me out detention, change that F to because she gave her an F. Basically, did a trade to translate. So she translated verbatim, break into my car so I could get my keys. And that's what the guy did. Let me tell you, that whole plot line really hit home for me, because I remember very, very young speaking Spanish in one of my elementary classes, and the teacher had a ruler, and he would slap my hands for speaking Spanish. And I remember him because he was an Asian American teacher with a buzz cut. He was all, with a buzz cut. And I was like, I remember that. I remember that was when I stopped speaking Spanish. And not only that, I became ashamed of being like a Mexican kid. So this was great, and it was done with a lot of humor, and that's the biggest selling point with this. Now, I don't know where it's gonna go in the next 8 episodes. I don't know if the strengths are this actress, the family, the actors, the situations that they're in. Everyone's got a culture class situation. The mom still thinks she's in the Dominican, driving the way she does, and she drives like a mad woman, but it makes her feel at home because she's homesick. But she can't pass the test to get a new driver's license in Florida. So her husband, the dad, makes her feel at home by putting Dominican trinkets, even a La Virgen statue on the dashboard, and a honk, where when she presses the honk, it's like a Dominican, I think it's an anthem or a song, but it's very endearing, it's very cute, and she passes her test. That's when it works. I feel that the narrator is the weakest point. The narrator is seeing it through her modern eyes, and I'm not sure where that's going to head. I'm not excited about that. There's some situations, some characters that I'm not too excited about as well. But I'll leave it to you guys to see what you guys think. I think overall, it is a really breath of fresh air. It is a lot of fun, like I said. HBO Max is really putting out a lot of original Latino programming, which I really, really find interesting. And they're pushing this one a lot. The GORDITA Chronicles, it's on HBO Max. The last episode that I saw was really about In America We're Not Chicken. It's about the older sister trying to fit in with the bubblegum girls, the most popular girls, and they go into Friday the 13th screening, and she's scared. Like she hates horror films, but she has to fit in. So that was cute. Again, those situations work also to the fact that there's a lot of fresh things that you haven't seen in television that work, and it's not over your head. It's not there's no message that they're hitting over your head other than the oddity of the American dream and what it means to different people and how they're celebrating it. So yeah, that's my recommendation. It's a quick reviews called the GORDITA Chronicles, and like someone says in the episode, when she goes to her first day of school, and I'll finish, and I'm going to end with this, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, please. I'll end it with this. in episode 1, Cuckoo goes to school. On her first day, she bumps into the jock. He's got his football, and the football drops, and he says, "Hey, watch it, fatso." And she doesn't know a lot of these words. And there's a little Dominican kid on the side there. I assume he's a Latino kid. And he says to her, "Hey, gordita means fatso, gordita." So that is how kids cut through it, man. And in the 80s too, that was it. And then so she's like, "Oh, okay." She picks up the football and she says, "Is this yours?" She's like, "Yeah." And she like chucks it over her shoulder, says like, you know, like, you can't do that to me, you know. Like, I love that. It was great comedic timing, and there's a lot of moments like that. So yeah, that's a little overview of the first 3 episodes. They move along pretty well. You could tell that they're working on a tight budget, but the actors and the actors are the best thing. The writing's pretty decent. They really you know, take the storytelling to another level. Okay, I hope you guys are well. Thanks again. Make sure you are subscribed. Comment if you've seen it. Let me know what you think. Be well, everybody, and wherever you're at, keep your slant muy fuerte. Gracias. Paz.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The slant.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version. All right, Paulie, let's go.